everyone. Wouldn't it be great if Super Mario Galaxy were real? I just love to tickle all the little toadstools. And I don't even like mushrooms. Why do you suppose Bowser keeps kidnapping the princess? I would imagine that those castles do get pretty lonely. Whatever it is, I'm sure they're having a swell time. Boy, those stars sure would be hot to touch, wouldn't they? It reminds me of the time my mom burned me with a spoon. I should have known better than to bother her at the bathroom, though. I think she didn't want me stumbling across her secret project. Which must have been an effort to cultivate a fire flower in there, 'cause one day she lit up like she was fighting a whole slew of Koopa Troopas. I wonder if Star Mist tastes like Gush's fruit treats.
Today we review the controversial Metal Gear Solid 4 and let you know if it lives up to the hype.
Plus, we'll reveal how you can find your favorite Star Wars characters in LEGO Indiana Jones, and we take you inside the amazing creature creator in Spore. X-Play starts now.
Hello and welcome to X-Play, the show that you're watching right now. I'm Adam Sessler.
And I'm Morgan Webb. We are coming to you from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles on Monday, June 16th. Now, we have a huge show today.
We've got a review of The Incredible Hulk. Of course, I'm talking about the licensed movie tie-in and not the actual film, so don't get your hopes up. You know how these turn out. And we'll tell you if Don King's first foray into video games is super fantabulous. But first, Morgan's got all of the day's top stories in our gaming update.
This weekend, gamers around the world finally got their hands on Metal Gear Solid 4. Industry analysts are expecting the fourth installment in this highly anticipated stealth action franchise to drive PlayStation 3 hardware sales even more than the release of Grand Theft Auto 4. Now, this speculation is mainly due to the fact that it's an exclusive title for the platform and the game being packaged in an attractive PS3 bundle. Now, in related news, the NPD hardware sales numbers for the month of May have revealed that the PlayStation 3 outsold the Xbox 360 by a margin of about 22,000 units, while the PlayStation 3 sold a respectable 208,000 units. Nintendo's Wii console tops the sales chart with just over 675,000 units sold last month. Next, new rumors have surfaced regarding Team Ninja and video game publisher Tecmo. In the wake of the departure of Team Ninja's former boss, Tomonobu Itagaki, gaming website OneUp.com has reported that up to 36 members of Team Ninja may be heading out of Tecmo's doors. The unconfirmed rumors state that in a similar move to Itagaki's departure, the employees are planning to serve Tecmo with a class action lawsuit in regards to unpaid bonuses for completed games. So far, Tecmo has tried to comfort Team Ninja's fans by confirming that several new projects were already underway. We'll continue following the story as it develops. And finally, from the This Can't Be True file, the movie version of Postal won the Best of Festival Award from the Hoboken International Film Festival. And from the You've Got to Be Kidding Me file, Uwe Boll walked away with a Best Director prize. So get your ice skates, kids. Hell has finally frozen over. Well, that's it for today's gaming update. If you ever want to take X-Play on the go, you can download our podcast. Just search for X-Play on iTunes and you're good to go. But now, let's go over to Adam for some intense mustache action.
I like mustaches. They tickle. I am a happy man today, not just because I love sneaking around pranking guys and little tag-along robots. It's mainly because we can finally put all of the rumors, speculation, and balderdash to bed. Metal Gear Solid 4 is finally out. Since everything's been spoiled by trailers and the internet, there's only one question left to answer.
War has changed, and he who controls the battlefield controls history.
Metal Gear Solid 4 done to the Patriots has been called many things. The reason to buy a PlayStation 3, the final chapter in the Metal Gear Solid saga, the next step in game storytelling. But is it any good? First, to get it out of the way, yes, the game has cutscenes that stretch past the hour mark a couple of times. Yes, it installs to the PS3 hard drive between each act. No, neither of these things are a problem. Wait a minute, you say. Did X-Play just say hour-long cutscenes were not a problem? Yes, we did, and I'll tell you why.
Go ahead, give her a squeeze.
The biggest leap MGS4 makes in terms of presentation is not the gorgeous visuals, but the elimination of the codec as a narrative device. You still get brief mission updates and info through it during gameplay, but the story is told entirely through beautiful real-time cinematic sequences that are far easier to watch than 10 minutes of green-tinted talking heads babbling on about nukes and the la-le-lu-le-lo.
It can't be.
Oh, that gets explained, by the way. We're not going to talk about the story really because, hello, spoilers. But if you have a question about the Metal Gear storyline, it's almost certainly answered in Metal Gear Solid 4. It's surprisingly satisfying, and Kojima has progressed a lot as a cinematic storyteller, even in the time since Metal Gear Solid 3. The game is essentially 20 hours of payoff for fans who have followed the series' twisting plotline for the last 21 years. If you're not a fan, a lot of the storyline and little references throughout it are going to go right over your head. But there's more to MGS4 than just pretty cutscenes. The revamped gameplay finally brings Metal Gear Solid into the modern gaming age, featuring over-the-shoulder and first-person aiming usable at will. Snake spends a lot of time sneaking through firefights, and all the activity around him makes the world of MGS4 feel far more alive and real than any of the previous games. Snake's still better at hiding and sneak attacking than he is in a stand-up gun battle, but the controls feel much more intuitive than ever before. The variety in MGS4 is also worth noting. Each of the 5 acts in the game boasts fresh twists to the gameplay and unique environments. Don't expect the same old Metal Gear action throughout. Snake ends up in some completely new situations and surprises abound.
Good.
There really isn't a single wrong move in the gameplay section. Each area is intense and fun to sneak or fight your way through. The boss battles are some of the best ever seen in a video game, with a couple that will definitely be talked about for years to come. The customizable weaponry and the octo-camo suits offer more freedom to choose your playstyle than any previous Metal Gear. Metal Gear Online brings you the newly improved gameplay into the multiplayer arena to test your skills against other wannabe Snakes. Bonus items and challenging difficulty modes encourage multiple playthroughs. PlayStation 3 owners were hoping Metal Gear Solid 4 would be good, but Kojima Productions has ended up delivering something fantastic. A truly solid 5 Snakes out of 5.
Yay. Now, we're fairly confident that this is a Game of the Year contender. Now, Metal Gear Solid 4 features some of the greatest, if not the best, boss battles we've ever encountered. The series is famous for its colorful, challenging villains. And here's our 5 favorites in today's X list.
And number 5 is Liquid Snake from Metal Gear Solid. Forget stealth tactics and knocking on walls. The game's finale is an epic bare-chested brawl atop Metal Gear itself.
Number 4 is the Cyborg Ninja from Metal Gear Solid. In this fight, you had to act like a man and fight with your fists. That's a tough proposition for many gamers.
In at number 3 is The End from Snake Eater. Here you engage in a sniper battle with the oldest man alive. You can shoot his pet bird to piss him off or merely save the game and wait a week for him to die of old age.
Number 2 is Psycho Mantis from Part 1. While it may seem silly in retrospect, his ability to read your memory card saves and make the controller move with his mind was creepy as hell.
But the number 1 boss battle ever is The Boss from Snake Eater. In this final duel, you're treated to beautiful imagery, swelling music, brutal combat, and an emotional conclusion. That's how you end a game.
We all get a chance to play God very soon, thanks to Will Wright's Spore. Now, before this galactic sandbox gets released, you can get a head start on the Egomania by designing the beings that will inhabit your world. Here's your all-access look at Spore's Creature Creator, which is available online tomorrow. Spore's new Creature Creator is coming out on June 17th. So we pulled ourselves out of the ocean, evolved some wings, and flew up to Emeryville, California to talk with Lucy Bradshaw, the executive producer on the game.
The Creature Creator is just one aspect of Spore. It's where you get to create your own creatures, come up with anything you want to do, place arms, legs, heads on them, and the game just brings them to life.
We also talked with Carol Shaw, one of the producers on Spore, about the community aspect of the game.
The Creature Creator we really wanted to make about, how do I share my creatures and get to gain notoriety in the community for them? You'll be able to take pictures of it, or you'll be able to take a movie of it and upload that directly to YouTube from the game.
Maxis is offering 2 versions of the Creature Creator.
Now, we're releasing this for free as a free download, and it's a trial version. And we also have a complete version that you can buy for $10. Now, That's the fun part. You get to play with your creature, you can paint your creature, build creatures.
If it looks like you'll have a lot of freedom to design whatever you want, well, that's because you pretty much do.
Amazing freedom. Everything that we did in terms of procedural animation, procedural texturing, compression of the content, it was so that players could pretty much make anything they could imagine. You can have 8 arms, 8 legs, 2 heads, 3 heads. It's an amazing, fun tool to use.
When the full version of Spore comes out, you'll be able to drop all those creatures you've been creating and collecting online right into your game. You can even follow how your creatures are doing in other people's games around the world.
They'll be able to track their creature if I do things like extinct it. So if I go and extinct a creature that Lucy, my boss, made, then I'll be able, she'll get a note saying like, Carol extincted your creature in her game, and then she can, you know, not give me a bonus next year.
Coming up on X-Play, we review The Incredible Hulk and tell you if this game is going to make you green with rage. Plus, we've got a cheat for Lego Indiana Jones that shows you how to unlock another famous character played by Harrison Ford, Han Solo. Then we step into the ring for Don King Presents Prize Fighter. Find out if this new boxing title packs a punch. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Gaming Update is brought to you by Break.com. Great flicks, hot chicks, cool picks.
Welcome back to X-Play. Now, if you're looking to wash the taste of Crystal Skull out of your mouth, maybe you should pick up Lego Indiana Jones and, you know, remember the good old days. Best of all, if you can find all of the hidden Star Wars figures, there is a secret bonus that will let you play as another brash icon made famous by Harrison Ford. And Kristen Holt is here to show you how to do it.
Thanks, Morgan. Traveler's Tales made both Lego Indy and Lego Star Wars, so some sort of incestuous crossover makes sense. If you're sick of playing as an archaeologist and want to shoot first like Han Solo, here's what you need to do.
With Lego Indiana Jones, The Original Adventures, it's Indy's turn to take his place within the lexicon of great gaming heroes. One with a little cheat up his sleeve. Your objective? Obtain the ability to play as Ford's galactic doppelganger, Han Solo. In free mode, you'll need to collect other Star Wars faves to achieve the goal. First on our list is everybody's favorite protocol droid, C-3PO. Enter the cave with the idol from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Fire a bazooka off-screen to open a hidden passage. Activate the moving platforms, navigate to the door you opened, and find C-3PO. Next up is Luke Skywalker. Find him in Raiders level Into the Mountains. Head down to the foot of the peak. There you'll find a wall of ice. Select a demo expert, take out the wall, and gain Master Luke. Chewbacca's next. Go to Raiders level City of Danger again. Find some hieroglyphics on a wall. Select a character with the ability to decipher pictographic puzzles, solve it, and enter the cantina. You'll need someone small to access a crawl space. Short round is perfect. Our fourth hidden hero is Cinnabon-coiffed Princess Leia. In the Free the Slaves level from Temple of Doom, you'll find a cave blocked by scrap. It's demo time. Mind your proximity. Leia's got no interest in guys falling to pieces over her. Talk to the guard, and Leia is yours. In the Desert Ambush level from Temple of Doom, find your final objective, R2-D2. Mount a Lego steed and ride to a hill with terraced paths. Trigger Indy's jumping ability to access the trail. Equip the whip and pull down to release the cranky bot. Return to Barnett College. You've now earned the ability to buy Han Solo and his blaster pistols to use in the game.
Be sure to check g4tv.com/cheat for the latest tips and tricks. Right now, I'm going to send it back over to Adam.
Thanks, Kristen. Now, I think Forrest Gump got it wrong. Life isn't like a box of chocolate. The Hulk is. Sometimes the property can be pretty cool, like in Ultimate Destruction. But on the other hand, you get the Ang Lee movie and an incomprehensible cloud fight. So how does Hulk fare in the new game? Well, unfortunately, it's a big green disappointment. Sometimes Hulk smash. And sometimes Hulk roar. But sometimes Hulk suck. Hey, guess what? He's doing all three in his latest game, The Incredible Hulk. Although there is a story of sorts, it basically boils down to this. Hulk smash everything, Hulk never stops smashing. Mission after tedious mission finds everyone's favorite green juggernaut smashing up New York for no good reason. Other than, well, that's what he do, or does. He smash. Kind of reminds me of another game, but with way more glitches. Because when things in the world of Bruce Banner aren't being smashed or exploding at the slightest touch, they're defying physics by disappearing and appearing at will. Aside from physics, the game defies logic in general. Could you carry me? For instance, when did Tony Stark get so angry? The upside, even though it all looks the same, just like, well, at least there's a lot of it. Your metropolitan playground is huge, so if all you want to do is destroy well-known New York landmarks, there's no shortage. That's more than I can say for, you know. Plus, when you destroy something, you'll unlock a handy reference card that the Hulk can then go put in his Things Me Smash scrapbook. Neato! Bottom line, you won't like him when he's angry, you won't like him when he's not angry. You just won't like him. A 2 out of 5.
When X-Play returns, we'll review Don King Presents Prize Fighter. But first, push your brain to its very limits with this trivia question.
What issue of The Incredible Hulk featured the first appearance of Wolverine? Is it A, 180, B, 181, or C, 340? We'll have the answer right after the break. Today's cheat is presented by Edge Shave Gel. Get your edge.
Introduce wrong end of the joystick stuck up in the handhold. You're in line for a pitfall, kid, you get on. In terms of your two-player mastery, this is once per scan line, not hide and seek. And I'm the pride of geeks who are shameless and brazen in their snobbery over whose console is most ancient and most Asian. Bootleg or legit, emulated rear projection on the side of a blimp. Elevated, point up, point out the pixels, but don't miss your button finger whip for snapper. This old rapper will top your score with his best. I already did a Polaroid test. It's a nerd's world.
Stay out of the sun with G4 all summer long.
Before the break, we asked you what issue of The Incredible Hulk featured the first appearance of Wolverine. The answer is A, 180. Most people think issue 181 is Wolverine's first appearance, but he actually makes a cameo in the last panel of issue 180.
Welcome back to X-Play. Don King's been involved in many ventures over the years, some more scrupulous than others, but now he is finally stepping into the world of video games. With Fight Night still missing in action, Take-Two has arrived with their new boxing franchise endorsed by the Magnifitastic One. Here's our review. Long before Fight Night Round 3 ever graced your console, there was an even bigger name in boxing.
The kid came to me, and I gave him the keys to the kingdom. The Don Kingdom, baby.
Yes, well, it's probably been a while since you saw Don King, but that's all going to change with Don King Presents Prize Fighter. You can jump into the ring with over 30 famous boxers, but a little Rocky Marciano isn't quite enough to make this game a heavy hitter. Now, in a perfect world, a good boxing game would have, well, good boxing. But this is not a perfect world. And when it comes to controls, Don King presents a whole lot of button mashing. And thanks to bad animation and subpar collision detection, you might catch your glove teetering on the supernatural as it goes right through your opponent's body. In short, the matches are more frustrating than running a comb through Don's hair. The best part of the game is the career mode. It features video interviews,
no comment,
training minigames, historical matchups, and in-depth character customization. And if you get pumped up when you hear Eye of the Tiger, well, you're in luck. But when you compare it to the far superior Fight Night Round 3, you kind of wish that Don King would stick with what he does best. making up words and evading taxes.
The extreme spectaculosity.
Don King presents Prize Fighter throws 2 jabs out of 5.
In the still of the night, you can hear it coming for you. It's the X-Play replay. On today's show, we reviewed Metal Gear Solid 4. The game works on all levels and features some of the best cutscenes you'll find anywhere. Yes, it could be the biggest fan service game ever, but it's also incredibly fun to play and watch. Snake's last mission, that's in 5 out of 5.
We also saw the Incredible Hulk. The real abomination in this game is the awful pop-ins. The gameplay is one-dimensional, earning this Hulk a 2.
And finally, we saw Don King's Prize Fighter. This is less like $1 million baby and more like a buck and some change baby. There's too much button mashing and bad animation to warrant anything more than a 2.
Tomorrow on X-Play, we get some FaceTime with Todd Howard, the executive producer of Fallout 3. Find out what's in store for you in this apocalyptic blockbuster. Then we kick the tires of NASCAR 09 and tell you if this racer smokes the competition. Plus, get ready to lock and load. Don't miss X-Play's countdown of the 10 most badass weapons in all of gaming. Be here for all this and more at 8 p.m.
And we're going to be reviewing Secret Agent Clank for the PSP.
Yes.
But this weekend,
Metal Gear.
that's all it was about.
It was all about Metal Gear. You know, it's weird. It definitely starts you out, and there's all those like little things like no place for Hideo, no place to hide. There's like little clues in there and little fun things to check out and look at.
It's just, I don't know. I mean, this definitely is going to be on the short list for Game of the Year. It's just amazing.
It's very well thought out. See you next time. Thanks for watching.